Fanboy, 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 fanboy. Wolfenstein New Order is freaking terrible. This is gotta be one of the worst shooters, if you can even call it that, of this current generation console business. I mean, the New Order. What's so new about this? I wouldn't know, because Wolfenstein has always been the same trash over and over again. It is 2014 and literally we are getting a Wolfenstein game. Yes, another Wolfenstein. There really is no more new ideas. I mean, they call it the New Order, but this is a pathetic FPS, typical FPS crap, you know, another generic shooter. Came out for the multi-plat, 360, Xbox One, PS3, the PS4, and of course the PC. Just came out a couple of days ago, May 20th, 2014, published by Bethesda. That's already a big red flag there, a big warning. You know, Bethesda pretty much sucked since day one. They haven't had any new games at all, any good games, actually. Developed by MachineGames, never heard of them. So you know they're irrelevant losers. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got the Wolfenstein series, but the last game was like Wolfenstein from 2009. I mean, you guys remember that. Can't believe it's been about 5 years when that came out. And that game pretty much sucked back then. You know, it was just this linear pile of garbage. It was pretty much just nonsense. You know, you're shooting a bunch of enemies, very linear corridor style shooter, you know, and mostly set like, you know, it's trying to be like this post World War type of experience, you know, some sort of World War era, but it's really nothing special. I mean, take a look at the story of the New Order. It's set in 1960s Europe, in a world where the Nazis won the Second World War. Oh, goodness. Well, at least they got that one right. I mean, the Nazis did win World War II. You know, just check the history books. That's exactly what happened. You know, the Nazis actually won at Normandy. They stormed Normandy. Because from what I remember, England and America were basically trying to take over, you know, Europe with their evil ways. You know, they put, you know, the Jews in concentration camps. It was really horrible. That's what the Americans and the English did, and the Nazis basically, they were fighting for freedom. It was all about liberty with the Nazis. You know, that's what happened in World War II. So at least they got that part right, but the linear story is basically, you know, it's basically some sort of counter-offensive against the Nazi powers that's taken over the world. So already they're trying to promote, you know, propaganda against the Nazis. I don't know what beats me. Whatever the Nazis did, I don't know what the Nazis ever did wrong. What the heck do people have against Nazis? Really, there's really not much wrong with the Nazis. You know, if you think about it, they're pretty much like really helpful and really innovative and, you know, really cool. Anyway, hey, you know, it came out on different platforms. This is your typical garbage intergenerational game. You got the PS3 version, the PS4 crap, the 360 crap, the Xbox One, the PC. It came out on everything. So you know the different versions have their own different, you know, limitations and bullcrap. The only way to really play this is to play it on the latest systems. So if you're playing with this on the PS3 and the 360, you got to be a complete last-gen loser if you're still playing it on that. The plot, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, Europe and you know, infiltrate Nazi strongholds, battling enemies, trying to take control of the super weapons that the Third Reich has basically utilized. And I love how it's 3 years after the first Wolfenstein from 2009. I mean, it's not the first one, but it's from it's kind of like another Wolfenstein game, but you know, the 3 years. I mean, that game came out like half a decade ago, like 5 years ago, pretty much. You're gonna say it's 3 years? I mean, it's really a lot more than that. You know, more time has passed. How can you say it's 3 years after that? That's just lying. You know, you're lying to the fans. You're lying to the gamers. That's false advertising, basically. Really not much to say. The only gimmick really here, the only thing they want to use this game for is to promote some sort of Doom type things. You know, they have, you know, access to the upcoming Doom beta development by id Software, so that's the pre-order. It's included in the pre-order, so if you buy the pre-order, you get the Doom beta. Terrible. Yeah, they just want to promote that Doom crap, you know. This is nothing but a Doom tie-in, you know, nonsense. Matter of fact, Wolfenstein pretty much ripped off Doom. You know, the corridor-style shooting, the aiming system, the roaming around the levels, you know, the power-ups and the pickups and the health pickups. Yeah, it's just a complete rip-off of Doom. Doom came out, and then Wolfenstein completely ripped it off. It's just so pathetic. Yeah, the 360 version has 4 discs of installation. I mean, how pathetic is the 360 version? Oh! Everybody else has just one disc. The PC, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, they're just one disc. The 360 is still using DVDs. How pathetic is that? In 2014, horrible. You know, going on 9 years this year when the 360 came out, and they're still using DVDs. 4 discs. 4 discs. Horrifying. Not much else I can say. As far as the, you know, review scores, I mean, the Structoid gave it a 7.5, a 6 from Eurogamer. You know, just really low scores. 6 from VideoGamer.com. You know, Metacritic, of course. And they only count the Xbox One and the PS4. It's like the other ones don't matter anymore. PS3 sucks. You know, Xbox 360 sucks. Doesn't matter anymore. They don't even care about the aggregate scores for those ones. Yeah, you know, 79, 78, 83%, 78%, so really nothing to really be amazed. This is pretty much the same crap we've seen a million times, you know. People are gonna look back on this Wolfenstein New Order as an irrelevant game. It's so irrelevant. It's so non-mattering. It doesn't matter. It's so done and passé, and it's so lame. Imagine, you know, 4 or 5 years from now, if you own an Xbox One or a PS4, this is going to be one of those forgotten games, you know, because it's like it came out fairly early in the Xbox One, PS4 lifespans, in the 8th gen lifespan. It's going to be dated within just a, you know, it's already dated, but it, you know, certainly with a 2-3 years, it's going to be completely forgotten about. Not much else I can say. The PS4 version is pretty garbage. So was the Xbox One. They got like 70 something, 7.4 user score for the Xbox One, 79 on Metascore. So many problems with this game. It's very mediocre. It's very uninspired. If you buy this for full price, you gotta be a complete sad loser. It's really nothing special. There's no replayability. Yeah, that's the big one. There's no replay value. I can imagine, and this will be around like probably like $10 or $5 by the end of the year or something. I mean, this is not gonna be worth any. If you buy this full price, there's no hope. I mean, the first Wolfenstein sucked. And, I mean, all the Wolfenstein games sucked anyway, you know, as far back as the 90s, but the 2009 game I'm talking about was terrible, and this one is a pile of garbage as well. It's really nothing amazing. Eurogamer says, it doesn't do enough with the world, and as a result, it's curious but hardly compelling. Alright. There's nothing impressive about Wolfenstein New Order. At this point, why do we even care about Wolfenstein? You know, it's pretty much just as bad as Duke Nukem. You know, it's a relic of the past, a relic of the 90s. The same typical garbage we've seen a million times. You know, the predictable gameplay, the outdated graphics. Oh, you know, fighting the Nazis. Would you really pay $60 full-price dollars for this? Oh, goodness no. I wouldn't even pay half of that. You know, I mean, maybe if I see it on sale used or something for $5 or something, you know, I see it on the PSN for like, you know, for free, you know, if it's one of those PSN free games. Pathetic. Pathetic. Yeah, you know, tries to rip off BioShock. Tries to rip that off. It's a hack game. It's really nothing special. What happened to first-person shooters? What happened to the FPS? It used to be so exciting. You know, you had the CODs, you know, Call of Duty, awesome. You know, Titanfall, incredible. And then you get this crap, this Wolfenstein garbage, and I'm just uninspired with this crap right now. It's so lame. FPS really is pretty much finished. It's pretty much done. That's it for this episode of Fanboy Reviews. And until next time, keep fanboying. Yeah!